Today, I'm going to show you this oxygen mask, what oxygenation does for your skin, and I'm also going to talk about free radicals, why we are so freaked out about them, and why we need to do everything in our power to combat them. You just saw my before and after pics using this Saving Face Foaming Facial Mask. This is an oxygenating mask, which I am so intrigued by products like this. What really surprised me was my before and after, that I actually did see a difference immediately after using this. First off, I'm going to show you how to put it on, my tips on how to put it on, and while it's setting and doing its thing and making me look like the Michelin Man, like all cloud-like, I'll go over the benefits and what I love about it. I always forget to introduce myself in the beginning of the video, so this is actually a little later in the video, the other clips that you're going to see. I'm Lisa. I'm an esthetician. I've been an esthetician for 23 years, and my channel is all about helping you with your skincare and makeup. So I find that the best way to utilize this in order to not disrupt the bubbles is to put it on in one layer and not smooth over it again. You just heard my kitty sneeze. He's over here. I wish it would be like in the camera. I love when they make cameos in my videos. So it has this airless pump bottle. And of course, you just depress this, and this is how the gel comes out. I hope the lighting is not distracting. And usually I do about 4 pumps because I like a thick cloud, sometimes 4.5. And then I'll grab the gel. And I always start here. And then here, my nose. And then continue on. And I don't rub over the same area again because that will disturb the bubbles. So now you can see it's starting to work, and I don't have any disruption. If I were to go over it again, it would actually remove the bubbles, and I want them to stay put. This always makes me laugh. Okay, so let me go over a few things without getting too much into the weeds. I like the nerdy stuff. I'm not a chemist, but I do love listening to chemists and them explaining ingredients and different things of, you know, like how products like this work. I had to get some of this stuff off my lips because I was... Oh my God, it's so funny. Okay, so the way that this works, it's kind of like the principle of soda water, the way that I understand it. So what ends up happening is there's gas bubbles that are infused into water, and then the bubbles come up and actually get released when the pressure drops, so meaning when you open the bottle. With this, it kind of works the same type of principle, although oxygen works a little bit differently, but this starts out like a gel, and when you spread the gel over the skin, that is when the oxygenation happens and the bubbling starts happening. So it's kind of like that kind of a concept. In order to release the bubbles, it is after you spread the product over your skin. And I feel like that's why I find it to be most effective when you go over in one layer. So you saw like I was rubbing a little bit in some spots, but after I let it go, I don't go back over it because that disrupts the bubbling action. Now, if you see like on the website, this says don't put it on your under eyes. I don't go too close on my under eyes. Actually, this foaming and expansion happens obviously when the bubbles start happening, but I kind of go on my orbital bone, and then it kind of puffs up a little bit under my lash line. I don't want it to go in my eyes. I feel like this has been helping my under eye circles, the dark circles that I'm always going on about on my channel. You guys know. So I feel like I like using it there because I'm seeing something happening with the improvement in the brightness of my skin, even on my dark circles. Okay, so most importantly, like what do products like this do for your skin? What is this mask going to do for your skin? Oxygenation. Well, the first thing is that oxygenation levels decrease in our skin. Of course, everything decreases in our skin as we age. Oxygen is one of them. And oxygen is also very important in the synthesis of collagen and elastin. So you need to have oxygen in your skin in order to be able to produce the collagen. So other products that we use that encourage collagen to be produced, the only way that that could happen is if your skin is properly oxygenated. So things that contribute to this, UV exposure. So that's why the sunscreen is so important. Smoking is a big one. Everybody knows smoking is bad for your skin. And that is one of the top reasons. Not only does it affect your circulation, but also the oxygenation. It is said, from what I have read, that by the time you're 30, there's a quarter less oxygen in your skin. And by the time you're 50, it's 50% less. It's either 40 or 50, somewhere around there, but 50% less is what I remember. So That's significant, especially if it is needed for the production of collagen. And of course, what is going to happen when your levels drop, when you're not producing collagen, because we don't anymore on your own, that stops at around like 25. Your skin becomes thinner, more dull. You start to look more tired, and volume loss. All of that stuff happens with the loss of collagen production. Then, of course, not to mention sagging skin, wrinkles, all of that is also due to collagen loss. So, like I say all the time, there's no such thing as a magic cream. There are certain lines that have ingredients that are more effective, and you absolutely see a difference. I feel like that's what this Beauty Society line has been for me and customers and friends and family that have been using it, which is why I'm becoming more and more obsessed with it. But yeah, obviously you would have to like have surgery or fillers or Botox or something like that to see something even more significant. But in terms of these products alone, I'm really impressed. Another thing too with oxygenating products is there's been studies that show that it actually kills bacteria. So they have been shown to detoxify the pores. So that's another thing that they're good for as well. This is really funny. So you could see like as it starts to dissolve and it starts to go away, then it's supposed to be on for 10 minutes. Yeah, I think it's about like around 10 minutes, but I usually wait until I stop feeling the bubbling action. Now I will say in the beginning, it was more intense. Like it felt like really tickly, but I powered through it because I definitely wanted to use this on a more steady basis. 3 times a week is what I do. You could do any time between 1 and 3 times a week. It's not anything that's caustic. It's not, you're not over exfoliating, anything like that. So a few times a week is what I have been doing. And I feel like it's not as intense. You do get used to that tickly feeling. Now, another thing that I wanted to mention is oxygenating masks in general. There aren't like super definitive studies on, the results that you can get from it. There have been more definitive studies on products that are oxygenating that actually remain on the skin and they're not wash-off products like this. But even that being said, this particular product for me, I notice a difference using it 3 times a week. Like I said, you saw in my before and after picture, there is definite brightening. And I took that picture 10 minutes later. So, and in the same exact spot too. So the lighting didn't really change. And even in the mirror, like I could tell there is brightening, and over time it's supposed to be even more so. Now I'm also going to go over some things that are in the Beauty Society cheat sheet, which are intriguing to me, some of the ingredients and some of the highlights in the product itself. So just to kind of go over, you can find this on the website too, but Foaming Facial is a skin clearing, wrinkle fighting mask that can be used 2 to 3 times a week. It foams on the face, creating tiny antioxidant powered bubbles that dissipate as the mask works. Potent moisturizers help soften the skin. There's a lanolin in here, which is also, that's anti-inflammatory, fights redness too. So if you have like any redness, this is also soothing for that. Powered by the super ingredient Advanced BTX. It's a weekly skincare routine must have. Okay, so I've talked about Advanced BTX in another skincare video. You'll find it on my channel. And when I was going over some of the products, some of the Beauty Society products, and that's intriguing to me because that is said to increase the volume of the dermis, which is underneath the top layers of your skin and where the collagen and the elastin is produced. The dermis, there's a lot going on in the dermis. A lot of your skin's functions happen in the dermis, and it's supposed to increase the volume of that by 10 to 15%, which is crazy. I mean, that's significant. So a lot of the volume loss, that's what's happening. The thing is like shaking, sorry. So what's happening is there's volume loss, and the dermis, that from the collagen loss, that's where you get like the wrinkles and depressions in the skin. So if this is supposed to help to increase the volume of that is actually going to give you like more plumping, more smooth appearance to the skin. Now, of course, logically, it's a topical product. It's not an injection. They do have fillers, that have BTX in it. Obviously, that makes sense, right? Because that is going directly, like the person is injecting the ingredient like into the layers of your skin, so that Advanced BTX is working in those tissues. But even still, even having them topically, there have been studies shown that it is doing something, that there are some benefits and there is skin plumping going on. It's also in our Worth It Lip Plumper too, which I've been using like every single day. I love it. I have the clear, and that also is in there for plumping and filling out the skin. So yeah, so that Advanced BTX, it still has me intrigued. And let me see what else is in here. Green coffee, powerful antioxidant that helps protect the skin from damage caused by free radicals. Now, free radicals is the environmental exposure, and that basically just means the way that the molecule, from what I understand it, it has like a negative charge from, I don't want to get like into the whole weeds, but basically what happens with free radicals, it damages your cells. That's really all you need to know. And that is what is causing the sped up aging process. Those free radicals.
Here is Editing Lisa. I decided to get into the weeds just a little bit to go over a couple of things. There's a couple of graphics here that you can pause if you'd like and take a look at these. I just wanted to add some visuals just to go over the importance of free radicals, like why we make such a big deal about these. So in the most basic layman's terms, free radicals are basically molecules, atoms, that are unstable. They have become unstable by environmental stressors like UV exposure, smoking, pollution. So let's say we're talking about one molecule. So the molecule splits, becomes unstable, and starts to attack other molecules, stealing from the other molecules. I'm happy to say that Beauty Society, in the Beauty Society line, there are products that have these antioxidants in abundance. So I'm very happy about that. I'm going to go back to this graphic real quick before we go back into the video. I just wanted to really highlight this because this is what we're talking about, what free radicals do to the skin. So this graphic in particular, if you could take a look, this is exactly what we're talking about. Collagen and elastin fibers within the skin. Free radicals attack collagen and elastin, which speeds up the aging process by deteriorating collagen and elastin. So this is why we're always making such a big deal about antioxidants. So I just wanted to put this in here just so you could have a visual and you could save these graphics, refer back to them if you like to get into the weeds and be, get into the nerdy stuff like me. So that is it for this little interlude. Back to the video.
Everything that we do, like from UV exposure, could also cause free radicals again, which is why the sunscreen. We're always talking about the sunscreen constantly because of that. So yeah, so that is what it's saying, that combats as well, which is cool. That's cool. Compounds form these raw coffee beans that can help to reduce redness, again, increase circulation, supporting a healthy glow. Blood circulation absolutely supports a healthy glow. That's another thing that brings oxygenation to your skin is circulation, blood flow, nourishing the tissues. So facial massage, anytime that you're doing, now you do a skincare routine and you start to get really into taking care of your skin, putting on your moisturizers, your serums, all that massaging, all of that stimulation is all great for lymphatic drainage and blood flow. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get to the point to show you the next step, because I don't necessarily just rinse this off. I actually massage it, speaking of massage, into my skin a little bit more. Now, even though it looks like it's still kind of foamy, it's been about 10 minutes and I've been pausing and stuff like that just so I'm not sitting here for, the whole time. Oh, my kitty's back. You could hear him yelling and screaming. He probably wants attention. He doesn't like it when, of course, like when I'm doing something else other than like totally worshiping him, might be. Okay, so I'm going to get some water and I'm going to re-emulsify this. And I'm going to use a skincare device with it. And it's one of those skin cleanser silicone things like the Freya Luna, but I have a different brand. I have a PMD, and then I also have one that I got from the place where I do my continuing education for my aesthetics license. So I'm going to go grab that. I'll be right back. Okay, so literally what I do just with wet fingers, I go in and reconstitute this, and you'll see it'll be like kind of creamy. Let's get this off of my eyeball. How about that? I think I got a little too overzealous there. So you can see that now all the bubbles are gone, but all of those ingredients are still from the mask and it's moistened. So then I have a little napkin here because obviously like I'm not at the sink. Let me get this off of my eyelash. Of course you don't want this in your eyes, and thankfully it didn't get in my eyes, but okay. So now here is my coterie device. And this is one of those you just press the button. I like this particular one more than the Freya Luna because it has heating. So that's what this does. So I just feel like a warming action. And this also exfoliates. And I love these more than facial brushes because they're antibacterial already, just the nature of them, because they are silicone and they are easily washable and you don't have to replace the heads. I love these. So if you could get your hands on like a PMD, which I also have, and the Forea Luna, like I said, there's other brands too that make these. I love them. So I could feel the warming action on this one. And I'm not sure if this is something that you could get like over the counter. This is something that the school actually uses and recommends to their clients at the school. But yeah, this is my favorite. I just love like the shape of it and the warming action. So you can see like all of that. I still have the slip on my skin, even though all of the foaming, that gel-like, is gone, and it got emulsified even more with the water. Okay. So now I rinsed everything off, and if I feel fresh, I'm going to take a look and see what everything looks like from the very beginning before I even put this on. If I even see like a brightening difference. I feel like I do, but I'm going to be able to tell like when I check back when I upload the video. But yes, the Saving Face Mask is one of my favorite Beauty Society products. I love this stuff. And yeah, 3 times a week I've been doing it consistently. You get quite a bit in here, almost 2 ounces. And a lot of products these days seem to be like 1 ounce, sometimes even less. But yeah, this is 1.75, so 1.76, so almost 2 ounces of product. And so it'll last you a pretty long time. I've definitely had this over a month, and I use it 3 times a week. So let me know if you are interested in trying Beauty Society products. First of all, one thing that I have to make sure that I tell everybody is there's a 12-month guarantee, money-back guarantee from the Beauty Society skincare products, which is crazy to me. Obviously, like, because I even asked them, I'm like, how does it even work? What do you mean 12 months? And they're like, well, 25% of the product needs to be left in the bottle. And I was like, most people are probably going to know well before 12 months if a product is for them or not. But you have that window to be able, 12 months, that's a long time. So to get started and try a skincare regimen and see how it works for your skin. I hope the lighting is not like too distracting. We'll see when I play it back if I've got like all this reflection off of everything. But anyway, as I was saying, totally going off on tangents, my link tree is linked down below. I also have a text service number that you could contact me. We could chat about your skin. You could let me know what your skin concerns are. I have a skin quiz that is on my link tree that you could go directly there. It's the first tab on my link tree. And that is how I'm going to find out about your skin type, your skin concerns. And that is how I curate a skincare regimen personalized to you. And as always, to my current subscribers, thank you so much for your support and for hanging out, watching my videos. I hope you enjoyed this. And for anybody that is new here, welcome to my channel. I'm so glad you're here. If you have any questions about anything, of course, leave it in the comments. Or like I said, all of my information is in the description and you can contact me that way. So thank you again. I will see you soon.